Here we go, roulettes.
Modified version. So the guys have just come overhead in the eagle formation. You'll note throughout the display we name all of our...
And I'm going to be quiet and let you listen to the conversation.
Watch closely during this manoeuvre, during the loop, as they change from eagle into wedge. Throughout the display, ladies and gentlemen, the wingmen are only flying 2 to 3 metres from the aircraft next to them, and they're using visual references of the lead aircraft to line themselves up to maintain their perfect formation position. We don't have any autopilots or computers in the cockpit helping us with this. It's all eyes out flying and hands and feet flying for the pilots. So it's all very instinctive, and it does take quite a bit to work the pilots up to train them to the standard to be able to do the display today.
So 5 aircraft, 1 pilot.
That's right.
And as we said yesterday, the PC-9A was
Chemtrails.
responsive controls.
Absolutely. So it is a very sensitive aircraft. So throughout the display, anytime there's power change, the guys
That's so cool.
not only the control inputs to maintain the aircraft position, but also the rudder position and the trims for every single power change that they make. And because it is such a dynamic show, there's constant power change to maintain it. The aircraft that we are on today is the Pilatus PC-9A aircraft. This particular aircraft is Swiss designed by the Pilatus company, built under contract here in Australia, and they were introduced in service in 1988. Throughout the display today, the pilots bring the aircraft down as low as 250 feet, which is only 80 metres above the ground. And to our left-hand side now, they're pulling up for an offset loop.
I was told by one of your members once that the performance characteristics in this aircraft are as close as they can get to actually flying a Mustang.
That would sound very likely. Obviously, it's got a high power to weight ratio, so it is a high performance aircraft, and that's why we use it for our advanced training and pilot training. So what some people don't realise is these aircraft are exactly the same aircraft that are used at our advanced pilot training school at number 2 flying training school over in Pearce in Western Australia. And we also use these aircraft during the week for the flying instructor course, which is based at Central Flying School, which is also the same unit the Roulettes are part of.
And that's based out of East Sale.
That's correct. So we're down in the Gippsland in Victoria, about 3 hours drive east of Melbourne.
And there's also a couple of them up at Williamtown being used in forward air control.
There certainly is. So we've got 4 grey ones up there, and they carry external fuel tanks as well as smoke grenade launchers to do the forward air control training. But other than that, it's essentially the same aircraft.
I've heard that the forward air control role is one of the hardest roles to do, the tasks you have to do while also flying.
That's right. The PC-9 is a basic aircraft. There's no real age for the pilot to do that, so there's quite a few things we have to think about. So throughout the display today, ladies and gentlemen, the pilots are pulling up to 6G, that's 6 times the force of gravity. When you consider that each pilot has a G-suit, a sonar and a helmet, so fully kitted and weigh upwards of 100 kilograms, they are feeling upwards of 600 kilograms of force throughout their body at points throughout this display. The PC-9 aircraft is capable of flying at altitudes of up to 25,000 feet. It is an unpressurised aircraft, so we do have supplemental oxygen on board. We wear an oxygen mask at all times that delivers that to us. In addition to that, it can reach speeds of up to 310 knots, so that's over 550 kilometres an hour. It is a dual tandem seat aircraft, so we use it for training, typically with a student pilot in the front and an instructor sitting in the back. The guys are now doing another eagle fly past. No, roulette number 5 and number 6 on the outside, very difficult mark rest position. Throughout this, they have to turn their heads 90 degrees while maintaining the aircraft in that perfect positioning.
Now the guys in your team are not all fast jet pilots. A lot of people think that.
That's right. In fact, we have no fast jet pilots in the team. From a varied background, we have people that have flown C-130 Hercules, the King Air, Boeing 707, C-17, as well as the P-3 Orion. So mostly transport and maritime patrol background. In fact, at the moment, out of all the instructors at Central Flying School, we don't have any fast jet pilots in the mix yet. So. And another thing people don't realise is we're not a full-time aerobatic team. So during the week, all these guys that are flying instructors at Central Flying School, and they teach our flying instructor course. They teach qualified Airforce pilots how to become instructors, as well as the various other courses that we run at Central Flying School.
Yeah, I remember Ben Cartwright, one of your predecessors. He was Roulette 7 and then went on to the tankers.
That's right, he certainly did, and now he's doing commentary roles the same as you guys. He was commentating at the Airborne Air Show earlier this year. Throughout the display, ladies and gentlemen, the leader is supporting all the formation changes over the radio, and as soon as he says an executive word, that's when all the wingmen either turn on their smoke, turn off the smoke, or change their positioning. You'll see now our synchro pair, Roulette Blue, is detaching from the remainder of the formation. This is led by the deputy leader, Roulette number 5, Flight Lieutenant Andrew Robinson, and we've got Roulette number 6, Flight Lieutenant Charles Manning. They come around to the right-hand side for the roulette mirror.
Now Ash, when you get a chance, I understand that we're seeing the PC-9 here, but we're in the middle of a transition. It's just starting to happen out at East Sale. Transition process over to the PC-21, the big brother of this aircraft.
That's right, so the Airforce has acquired the PC-21 to replace the PC-9 and the 64 as an all-through training aircraft for all of our pilot training for the Air Force and Navy, and also the initial pilot training for the Army. We have the first 2 in country at the moment. They're down at RAF Base East Sale. In fact, another 2 just arrived over the weekend into Darwin, being flown from Switzerland. So from the right-hand side now, ladies and gents, roulette number 5 flying inverted directly and only metres above roulette number 6. Unlike other formation teams around the world, there's no trickery here. He is not offset. He is flying directly above roulette number 6, with only a couple of metres separation between their tails.
Now folks, just a quick service announcement between the classes. There is a car parked over the driveway, Princess Highway. It's a silver Holden YKN70X, it looks like. You're parked across the driveway. If that's your silver Holden Ute, you've got to move it before you lose it.
And the remainder of the team now coming in for a modified corkscrew in a Vic formation with roulette leader flying inverted. The other members of the team that we have with us today is roulette number 2. That's Flight Lieutenant Jonathan Morgan. He's actually in his 6th season as a roulette wingman. And we also have roulette number 3, Flight Lieutenant Des Hales.
So he must be really enjoying the role of being back for the 6th.
He certainly is. I think this might be his last, and he'll be moving on to other duties within the unit next season to allow a couple of the other new guys to come in. For anybody that may have noticed today, there's actually 2 people in 2 of the aircraft. They'll hopefully be our future roulette wingmen there along with the display today, and they'll be entering the team for the next season.
Just becoming acclimatised.
Yes, that's right. So all of the guys to get into CFS and to get into Roulettes, they've all become qualified flying instructors. They've gone off to one of our basic flying training schools, so the BFTS or 2FTS, done an instructional tour there, come back to Central Flying School to teach our instructors, and then from there they get selected to come into the team and train out for the team. So it is quite a long road to become a roulette pilot, and they certainly work very hard to have the privilege to be able to do this.
So instructors of instructors.
That's right. And also they're also responsible for the standard of all instructors across the Airforce. So they go and check the instructor within every single one of our
You know, and I'm thinking that I should probably go for a ride with the guys so that we can do better commentary with Ash.
It would probably certainly be a good way to learn the routine.
Oh, that'd be the best way to learn the routine.
Now, although this is their bread and butter flying as instructors all the time, to become accustomed to the actual routines would take quite a bit of work.
It certainly would. So they start there's about 20 to 30 flights in our working period. We do that before each season, so every person can learn either the position they've moved into, or for the new guys coming to the team, they can learn the routine. We start at our upper altitude with single manoeuvres, work it up to a full display, and then step it down to the 500 feet in front of you today. So it does take quite some time. As the guys come back down the right-hand side now, I think we're listening on the radio calls from roulette leader.
2 a.m. You go to bed now and you wake up at 7, you'll be able to catch a tail end of the show.
Oh God!
The C7.
Rollbacks.
That's the pilot.
Exactly on dead mark.
So do you, every maneuver has call, and that are we ready? What are the numbers called? What was it for?
And we do have a number of different routines that everybody can team us learn as well. So we have our high show, which is the one we're going to do in an air show such as this, where we have a full complement of aircraft. We then have a low show, which is a modified version of it, reducing all of the vertical movements for when there's low cloud or anything. That reduces the visibility for the guys, so they can try and get the show underneath that. We've then got the special venue, which is the one you're seeing in front of us today. We've got a low show at the special venue, and then you've got modified versions of it if we have a member that's not available today, with Roulette 4 not being here with us this weekend. And you can see the team are pulling up for a wedge barrel roll now. So the Air Force Roulettes, in fact, weren't the first aerobatic team in the Air Force. That title goes to the Red Sails. They were formed in 1962, flying the Vampire aircraft. In 1963, they were then reformed as the Telstars, and we actually got, there's an example of a Vampire done up in Telstar colours here, so go check that out. And then in 1970, the Roulettes were formed, also flying the Mackie aircraft. They re-equipped the PC-9 in 1988, and we will transition over to the PC-21 at some stage in the next few years.
Now, with regard to the new guys that come into the team, you know that when you go to aerobatic shows, you see the guys walking around and actually doing their routine on the ground, sort of mapping it out. Do you go through that similar thing with your guys when they start off, or do you have something a bit more sophisticated?
No, we actually go through something very similar. We're not necessarily walking it around, but we do have a diagram, and even before the show today, in the pre-flight brief, the leader had the diagram out and drawing around with his finger the entire display where each manoeuvre change to do, and also talking about accounting for the wind blowing them in and out of the ground. So every display is slightly different, and there's a lot of considerations that go into each and every display.
I believe the guys in the aerobatics crew call it the chicken dance, as they're walking around on the ground.
Well, that's a new term to me, but it certainly seems quite relevant.
That's what I've been hearing a little lately.
Yeah, no, 747 flying today, Carlos. It's completely static today.
It's airforce.gov.au/roulettes. We also have a Facebook page, Airforce Roulettes. On there
I'll take a photo for you, Carlos, just for you, mate.
And also, I see a lot of cameras out in the crowd today, so if you've got any good photos of the team from today, we would love to see them. Drop into our Facebook page and post them up there.
So, will you guys be signing any posters, autographs and that sort of thing here today?
We certainly will. So at 12 o'clock at the Meet the Pilots marquee, which is the Wings Over ILLAWARRA marquee, just to the right of the Haas hangar. We'll be down there at 12 o'clock signing posters, and we've got some stickers and key rings and little toys and that to give away for the kids. So come on down, say hello, get your photo, get a signed poster, and we'd love to see you there.
We should have had some stickers.
Looks like they're going to do the bomb burst, I think.
We might have to sort something out for you.
Looks like they're going to do the bomb burst, so this should be good.
So, ladies and gents, get your cameras ready for the final manoeuvre. It'll be the Delta Loop and then bomb burst. And you can see during this manoeuvre, Roulette 2 and Roulette 3 having to fly again that very difficult line of rest formation.
Must cause a bit of disturbance to your inner ear when you're looking your head sideways while doing the loop and so on.
Okay, get ready,
It's something you've got to get used to, that's for sure.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for seeing our display today.
Oh, I got that on photo.
Well done.
Alright, there you go, guys. I'm going to rest my arms and that. So, from Wings Over ILLAWARRA 17 for the moment, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from...
And don't forget
Bye! And it's goodbye from Olivia.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.